Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Rosalind. Happy Sunday. Gonna give the room just a few minutes to build. Hello, Rosalind Ellis. Welcome. If you ladies would go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Hello, Elite Delise. Happy Sunday. There's a young lady that works on my team that has Elise as the first name. So, welcome, Delise. I am, so several of you have asked that on some of the bags that I most recently carried, that I provide an update on how it carried, how it worked for me, what I recommended, would I use it again. And I have a few of those bags now that I've carried, or accessories that I want to provide an update on. And I'm going to give you my 2 cents on those items. So the very first one, hello Tanya, welcome. So the very first one, hello the Closet Dive, is the large Carrington. If you recall, I did a, hello Ingrid, hello Lucinda, I did a junk drawer video using the large Carrington. As you can tell, I have yet to cut the tassel, but that is coming. But I use this as a catch-all in my Russell. It is huge. We've talked a couple of Sundays about my imaginary clutch life, and that this was, kind of the start of me believing that I had a clutch life, and I really don't. I would recommend this for anyone that really does have a clutch life. But this was short-lived. I only carried this for 2 weeks as a catch-all. It was heavy, or in my opinion, heavier than what I normally carry as a catch-all, because I usually can put everything in like this small Dooney cosmetic case. But I went from this to this little nylon MAC Cosmetics little pouch that came with a Christmas set a couple years ago. And I was able to take everything that was in here and get it into this little guy. And it is so much lighter. It took up so much less space in my bag that I just could not, look at this, compared. This gave me so much more space back in my bag. So this one is great if you have a clutch life, if you don't mind the added weight in your bag. But I'm still looking for like the perfect use for the large Carrington, because the idea of using it as a catch-all with this big tassel and the extra weight in a bag, that just didn't work for me. This actually worked better. So that is the first, I'm going to call them 2 items. The next item that I wanted to provide an update on is this right here. So first off, I had both of these Saffiano pieces in my Russell at the same time. So 2 big accessories, red Saffiano. Both of them have these, oversized tassels. And if I could live without one of these, it would be this one. This one I thoroughly enjoyed carrying, to the point that I picked up a couple more, or have a couple more actually in my cart. And If you are into a small wallet or a small wristlet or uh, um, just small things in general, this is not for you. Alice, clutch wristlet is not for you. Excuse me, if you are not a large wallet carrier, just isn't. It carries a ton. It has plenty of card slides. It has slip pockets, space, zipper, ID, more space, another slip, and it has a wristlet strap. I I had to force myself to move out of this to try something different, but I am itching to move back into this. No question during the course of travel about where's my wallet, where's my ID, rambling in, the bottom of your bag for like a card case. This piece absolutely stands out, and I will definitely be adding more of these into my collection. Not so much these, and I don't care what colors they add. One, if this is going to be functional, I've said it a million times on my channel, and I will say it a million more. This needs more organization. It needs card slots. It needs a center divider. It needs another slip pocket. This, I know that there are other brands like Coach that I've purchased from that have similar organization, but my expectations for Dooney are just a little bit higher because that has been my go-to brand. So we've talked about Alice, we've talked about Carrington, we've talked about Alice, and we've talked about how I was able to consolidate from here into here. I know y'all are thinking, she's carried a lot of red. You ain't seen nothing yet. All right, first bag update is the large Maxine in ecru. I love this bag. I love the shape of this bag. I love the color of this bag. I love the leather for this bag because it is easy to keep clean. I love the shoulder drop of this bag. I love the fact that this bag has feet under the bottom. But let me tell you what I dislike about this bag. The first thing I dislike about this bag is the fact that if you put anything in this back pocket other than a piece of paper, anything other than a piece of paper, you can't put anything in this pocket other than a piece of paper and it not cause major indentation issues on the back. So whether it is keys, your phone, lipstick, a jump drive, for it did not matter anything other than receipts or travel, documents in this back pocket, and you had major indentation issues. I still love the fact that this bag has an outside pocket, but it's so slim, there's no give, so anything, it's just not an all-purpose functional pocket. That's what I'm going to say about it. It's not an all-purpose functional pocket. The other thing that I dislike about this bag is the size. I know it says large. I know that's what it says. But this bag is, in my opinion, more of a medium. or maybe it felt medium because I went from um, carrying this one into the medium Russell and then into Tilly. I love the fact that it has a zipper, but it carried to me more like a medium bag. It did not have the same weight as I would compare it to the East West Cambridge. Definitely lighter because this one does not have a leather lining in the interior. It has the red twill lining, whereas the Cambridge, East West Cambridge, has the soft leather interior. It's just a heavy bag, but it is a similar silhouette. But I do feel, and I haven't checked it, so maybe I should have done that. But either from a carry standpoint, this bag feels more like a small carry compared to the East West in the Cambridge collection. So, will I keep this bag in my collection? Absolutely. Love the color, shoulder drop, zipper. But there are just a couple of tweaks that didn't quite make this bag an absolute winner, right? And by winner, I mean that bag that you have to force yourself to move out of once you move into it. This really was not that bag. All right. So that's the first one. The second one I've already kind of given you a preview of. It was the medium Russell. Yes, she's gotten some scratches and stuff on her now, and I need to wipe her down. I love the size of this as a handbag, but let me tell you what I don't like about this medium Russell as a handbag. The weight. Y'all, this thing got so heavy so fast. It was great to travel with. It was great in the car. It was great for running errands. After a while, I think you just kind of adjust to the fact that the shoulder drop is just not there. It fits very snug under the arm, from a carry standpoint. But it gets heavy. OMG, does it get heavy. Now, those of you that have been around my channel for a while, those that have watched and seen my top 5 Dooney bags, know that the large version of this bag has been my go-to bag for years, as a carry-on, in the car, as a weekender. I also have the medium, which I used as, quite honestly, a book bag. I've used it as a work bag. Most recently as a purse, which is what we're talking about. And then I also have the small version in red and natural. I think those are the only 2 colors that I have it in. And that is the size that has worked for me as a purse. I do like the idea of a Russell as a purse. I love the fact that it has the triple snap across the top, so it's very secure. Love the fact that it has a great outside zipper pocket, clean lines, has feet under the bottom, and it's red and it's in Florentine. Need I say more? But it gets heavy. If you're wanting to use it just for travel, I would say knock yourself out. If you are one of the folks that I would say have a regular day job, right? So you leave home in the morning, you're carrying the bag from the car to the garage, or the car to the driveway, from the car to the building to your desk or work area, and then maybe out at lunch. Maybe you're only grabbing a wallet, a card case, or a wristlet, and then maybe a couple of errands after work and then back home. Then you could, if you're a big bag girl, you could get away with this for work. But what I will tell you is hiking through it, through any number of airports, I felt my limbs tingle from the weight of that bag. And I didn't put anything extra in there. I did tell you that I was carrying, a junk drawer and a large wallet. But beyond that, my carry was the same. But that leather gets heavy, really heavy. No issues with it under the seat on the plane. No issues. Well, I didn't have a coat or anything on, but I did at one point have on long sleeves. No issues there. Would not recommend it as a purse though for the winter, just because the shoulder drop is just not amazing. So if you are anything other than like a light jacket, I think that you're gonna have issues with puffer coats and heavier coats getting, long sleeves, long sweaters, whatever, plus a coat, and getting this small shoulder drop over your shoulder. I think you're gonna encounter some potential carry issues. But I love this bag. So I am going to say a huge thank you to DJ King for pushing me out of my comfort zone. If I ever, lead what I'm going to call a normal work life, I will likely venture into the land of medium rustle and do it again, meaning carry it as a purse. But right now, the only other time that I think that I would probably carry medium rustle as a purse is maybe during the holidays and not for travel. All right. So my last one, I'm going to try to keep this one short tonight. The last one that I want to give you an update on is none other than the Salmon Tilly. And here she is. And there she is again to the red, because I'm still on, I'm in my feelings about this color. Couple things about Tilly. The double pockets on Tilly, amazing. Phones, with me being a 2-phone carrier, that worked out. There were times when my battery was low and I needed a printed boarding pass. It was absolutely perfect for that. The size of the bag was great. The weight of the bag, even with my usual carry, did not get extremely heavy, because the Wexford leather or the smooth leather or the calf leather, whatever you want to call it, it just doesn't have the same weight to it as a Saffiano, as a Florentine, as a pebbled. It's just not a heavier leather. That being said, this bag definitely needs feet. Not only does it need feet, it needs those leather reinforcement strips. I mean, you got a 8-inch. I think this is an 8-inch butt. Hello, Teresa Johnson. I hope all is well. It has an 8-inch butt, and that's a lot for this soft leather. I just feel like it needed, one, it needed feet to keep the bottom of the bag clean, but secondly, it needed that for reinforcement, because the larger the bag is, the more weight it has the potential for you to load into it. Therefore, it increases the risk that the bottom of the bag is going to sag. So this bag, just like I said in my initial unboxing, this bag, in my opinion, before I carried it, needed feet and reinforcement, and definitely after carrying it for 2 weeks, needs feet and leather reinforcements under the bottom. Here's the other thing about this bag, which was otherwise an amazing carry. We go from too short of a shoulder drop to almost too long of a shoulder drop in this one. Now, keep in mind, I've carried this a lot bare shoulder. I have my Coach backpack that I travel with that you have seen in the last, 6 to 8 weeks on the channel. The straps were not an issue as far as the width. I know that there were some initial concerns about the size of the bag and the fact that the straps are still pretty small or not as wide. Where I think this bag is going to be a prime carry is once you do get into heavy coat, puffer coat, thicker sweaters. I think this strap is going to be ideal for the winter when you have all of those extra layers of clothing on. So I'm not giving up on these straps yet, but they are almost too long for the summer. Let me call it that. These straps are too long for the summer, but I am looking forward to moving back into this bag once I'm in heavy coat season and to see if that makes a difference for me on the way that it carries. So I will likely give you another update on this bag sometime once there is a chill in the air and I have a need to layer on a bit more from a apparel standpoint. Let me share with you what I was highly disappointed about with this bag. The zipper. This zipper, and I'm hoping it's just this bag and not both of them, but do you see the waves in this zipper? Do you see that? Like the little roller coasters in it. You can definitely see it in the shadows on the top of the zipper, but you can actually see those, can you see that? On the side as well. Which means that if I zip this bag beyond this first little roller coaster dip here, you catch hell trying to get it zipped again. There is no other way to explain it other than it is not smooth. If you get it here, it's rough, but to pull it all the way, oh, now it wants to do it because I'm pulling down. I should not feel like I need to go to the gym in order to zip and unzip this bag. And this zipper, if you recall from when I first unboxed it, I had issues with the zipper then. And it is just not gotten any better with the carry. So I'm not sure. I'm going to check the other one. This one likely needs to go back for a zipper repair, replacement, stretching, smoothing, whatever the process is they do to get zippers right. So I don't know if anyone else has had issues with the zipper on their Tilly. What I will tell you is this bag, where did I see it? Because it's not on Dooney right now. Where did I see Tilly? I think it was on Zulily. Does that sound right? Yeah, it wasn't Zappos. It was on Zulily. I think now where did I see it? That doesn't sound right. It don't sound like. Hold on. I know it wasn't ILD. I thought it was Dooney.com, and maybe because y'all know they play games sometimes with their inventory. Maybe they took it off because it was already like 178, and now with the extra 25% off, it would have brought. No, it is back on there. It's back on there. It is on Dooney.com for 178.50, and with the code friends with an S 19 in all caps, that makes it an additional 25% off. The color, this salmon color, although in my opinion it's a red, is gorgeous. The oyster, I'm sure you've seen on a couple of other channels. This bag, this size, the zipper is not enough for me to deter you from making a purchase if you're interested in the bag. But this zipper, there were times that I have really struggled with this zipper, and again, to the point that if I zipped it beyond right in here where that first little dip is, I would have issues getting it returned to the closed position. But there she is. She is huge. Huge. I had plenty of extra space in this one. Now keep in mind, I did for a minute have this in there as well as this. And then I moved out of this and I had this in there with this, and that gave me even more space. But because the leather is lightweight in itself, it's a keeper. It's a keeper, but it definitely needed feet, a little bit smoother hardware, and maybe just a little bit of a shorter shoulder drop for the summer. We're going to figure out what it needs to be a keeper for the winter. And I have one more bag. We have talked about this one, but I'm going to pull her out again and give you an update on Hattie. And the only other thing that, because I'm not going to repeat everything that I've already said about Hattie in this video, but what I would like is for someone to help me understand again, why did we need this hardware on this bag? This is intended to twist freely, right? That's the whole premise behind this hardware, right? Dooney says that it doesn't get tangled. Well, when you have hardware on the other side that doesn't give, that means I am constantly fumbling with this strap to make sure that it lays smooth. Anyway, so that's just the update. I know that a few of you had asked about, how did Russell carry? My thoughts on Alice. There were several of you that were curious about whether or not the junk drawer ended up being functional. So that's what I thought I'd come back and do tonight, was to just give you an update on some of the things that I have carried most recently, so that you can make a determination for yourself whether or not the bags may be for you, or whether you want to pull the trigger. Maybe there is comfort in knowing that when you carried one of these bags that your experience was the same or different or better or indifferent. But that's just the update for me. So clutch life, I don't have one. There are far what I will call better, quote unquote better, smaller, more functional accessories that I have that I'm glad, Ingrid, I hope you love her. I think that there are other things that work better for me with my usual heavy carry than trying to pretend that I have a clutch life. I do not. And carrying it as a large catch-all just was not working for me. I may try it again, likely I will, but I see this as like my Sunday bag during the holidays, maybe brunch or date night, right? But all of it leads back to Clutch Life not making it into my bag as a catch-all. I preferred my little Mac nylon little pouch over this because I was able to get everything out of here into this and save a ton of real estate in my bag. For those of you that are late joining, Alice, you'll just have to watch because you know how I feel about her. We talked about the large Maxine in Ecru. We talked about Tilly in Salmon. We talked about the Florentine medium Russell as a purse, and every time I lay her down, she's getting more and more scratched, but she's good when I got her, so I'm good giving her love marks. And then finally, Hattie once again. So I'm going to take a look at the live chat. I'm sure I have missed several people. Welcome, Mo. Welcome, Chelsea Reed. Mo, I hope you're enjoying your Alice and that you've decided on a color to pick up for your mom. Happy Sunday, Carmen. Rhonda Robinson, welcome. Sonja, hello, hello. Noble Strength, welcome. And hey, Kim. Yes, Russell is very heavy. I knew she was heavy from a travel standpoint, but I like traveling with nice bags. But as a purse and having a backpack and issues with the shoulder drop, not gonna work. Hello, Cara, miss you. Hello, Teresa, hope you're still on. Again, I hope all is well with you and your family. The Closet Dive, welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else did I miss? Lucinda, Diva 9000. Who else? Tiffany Ann, welcome. I don't know that I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome. Ingrid, Playmaster, hello. Looks like I've gotten everyone. Did I say hello to everyone? I think I got everyone. If you would, please, please, please not only hit the thumbs up during this live stream, but come back once the video uploads and hit the thumbs up or leave a comment again. Please make sure that you are checking out the content of my tribe sisters, Carmen Hawkins, Kimberly Mine, Sonja Covington, Mrs. Q, M Squared, The Closet Dive, Says What, My Pursuit of Happiness, Noble Strength, Mo Knows Beauty, I'm Purse Happy 2, Purse Delighted, Purse Demented, Bag Hound, The Military Mom. Who else am I? DJ King. Y'all charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm sorry. I keep saying I'm gonna write it down, but that turns watching YouTube into work. So I'm sorry. Lucinda Quimbley. Dooney Girl 75. Purse Tripping. All right, that's all I'm gonna be able to do. All right, so we will be back together on Friday night on Mrs. Q's channel for Real Friday. Saturday morning, 11 Eastern, 10 Central, we'll be back for Tribe Time. And then I will be back at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Sunday for another episode of Feed Your Addiction. Thank you so very much for joining, for participating in the chat tonight. Hope you all have an amazing week. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up before you head out. Thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care.